Hi, everybody. It's Jessica, the Dollhouse Curator, and today we are going to be setting up a doll thrift store. I have a few items, such as this curio cabinet that I have gotten from garage sales recently, that I thought would be really nice in a thrift store space. The idea came to me from My Froggy Stuff, who did an antique shop, and your friend Dee was talking about doing a thrift shop as well. And I thought for my new doll space, it would be great to use. I had all of these little knickknacks, like the front of my restyle closet, that bookshelf in the back, or that shelf in the back, the toolkit that opens, and then this cute little like curio cabinet that I got at a garage sale for 50 cents. I also think with doing an antique shop or a thrift store, I wanted to have a lot of different items in here. So not only just the base items like the curio and the bookshelf, but I also added in some furniture. So that furniture piece that I just put in there is a DIY project I did a couple of years ago. I am also adding in this Barbie couch that I made over, and my blue jean furniture, which I absolutely love. That was like some of the first furniture that I ever made for my own dollhouse. And I love using it. However, it's a tad bit underscaled for my guys, but it's great for my girl dolls. So since I use it so often, I thought it would be nice to have in this space. And we recently used that little DIY chair in our greenhouse. So I thought that would be nice to have in this area as well, just for easy access. When I thought about setting up a thrift store in this space, I wanted to have not only a thrift store look with knickknacks, but I wanted to include furniture in this space as well, and also some clothing. I don't know about you, but when I go to a thrift store, I am definitely going to be checking out the shoes, the clothes, the jackets, because I love a lot of vintage stuff. I don't like to look the same as everyone else, and thrift stores is the backbone of my closet, and garage sale is second behind that. So I really wanted to have a space where I could add some clothes in here as well. So now we're just going through and arranging the space to have as much impact for it to look like a thrift store, but for it also to really look kind of elegantly designed. So you also know I reuse a lot of pieces. So that piece that I'm putting in right now is a desk organizer. I have used that for shelves. We most recently just took it off of the greenhouse diorama where we were using it as shelves to hold our plants. And I'm adding it in this space so that it can go along with the fashion area. This automatically turned into a really good concept. I love the way it looked. It gave me a lot of room. And once we got this done, it turned out absolutely adorable. One of the other things that I do for this is I do add in some dolls. So my owner of the thrift shop is my Madame Morrible doll. I redid her. I washed her hair. I put her on a volleyball player made to move body. I switched out her hands so that she still has her original hands from the Mattel body. And she looks absolutely magnificent. So when I had the idea of doing a thrift shop and I decided, yes, I was going to, I knew that Morrible would be the perfect little owner for the thrift shop. To go with my thrift shop, I also had to go through my collection and find a bunch of knickknacks that I could use to fill up the space. Once we got to the end, it did look really good. However, there are a couple of areas that I think I can do a little bit better on. So I'm still going to be searching through my collection to fill it in more. But I wanted to make sure I had some nice items in that curio cabinet, including that little miniature beer stein that I got a few weeks ago at a resale shop. I thought that was adorable. I also added in just a few little knickknacks that I got in that big old brown wood shelf. I got that from an estate sale. It cost me like maybe 50 cents, but it was already set up and had a bunch of items glued in. So once I cleared everything out, I still use a lot of those items in this thrift shop idea. I also wanted to add in some toys. because if I am going to a thrift shop or a resale shop, the Dollhouse Curator most definitely is going to be looking for toys. So I put just a few toys in there, including a Wonder Woman action figure that I recently got from Target, a DIY that I did of the Barbie Deluxe Style Doll #2 with the beautiful glittery prosthetic leg, and the Smart Doll box that I put together for my hashtag It's Your Birthday concept that we did in the Retro Diner. I thought all of those were really cute to go with the space. And I also needed to go through, I didn't in this video, but I definitely will be. I need to go through and add some books to this space, because that is another thing that I normally hit up when I go take a look at thrift stores. I'm gonna hit the clothes, I'm gonna hit the toys, I'm definitely gonna take a little eyeball through the furniture, but I'm also going to take a look at the books to see if there's any books that I need either to add back to my book collection or to add to my book collection. Back in the day, I was a fool for Danielle Steele and Jackie Collins, and Goodwill, garage sale, and thrift stores helped me pretty much finish out my entire Jackie Collins collection back in the day. And when I had read through them numerous times, because I'm a huge Jackie Collins fan, then I donated them back. I sold them in garage sales, and I donated them back to thrift stores so that someone else can find Jackie and Danielle and enjoy the wonder of their writing. Other things that I'm adding in here are just small little knickknacks. So some of the pottery that we got at the resale shop a few weeks ago, I mentioned that in one of my room videos, or my garage sale hauls, that I got like the entire collection of pottery. And I'm thinking of selling those as well later on once I get all of them kind of really fixed up, because I went in on a few and glazed it over with my UV gel nail polish and clear, just to give it a beautiful gleam, and it worked out really good. You cannot have a thrift shop without a register, so I put a register on top of that toolkit that opens, along with one of the new Make It Mini books, not Make It Mini books, Mini Brands books, the little Eloise book, which is an iconic or legendary, and I see why. So if you don't have that Eloise book in your Mini Brand books collection, I recommend you try to find it, because it is a complete picture book. I love it. It doesn't have that many words. I don't think it has any words at all, except maybe on the front page. The rest of it is just a picture book, but it is adorable. On the clothing side, I've added in one of my Harley leather jackets, my 1990s kind of lingerie set that we used on our giveaway doll just to introduce her a couple of weeks ago, that beautiful green dress that I got from Michaela, the adult doll collector, and one of the dresses that I made here recently. So I added those to the fashion area just to give it a little something. I am using the pictures that I made for the Rainbow High Dollhouse just to add something to the walls in the space. And then we just added in some other little knickknacks, some bags, a tea set, the basket right up front on the table is actually filled with little miniature comic books. I thought that was a cute idea to have in this space as well. And then I'm just adding a couple of other little things, some purses, some hats, any other little knickknacks that I think will just really make the space pop. I love how this thrift store turned out. And with having the lights and the dolls, it really just adds to the full aesthetic. I also love that as I pull stuff out to use it, I can always add other stuff in it so that the thrift store constantly has a different look to it. And as I find more stuff out in the wild that I think is great for my doll space, I can add those in there as well. Thank you for visiting the Curated Dollhouse and going on this little video of me putting together the thrift store in our new doll space. I hope you like this idea. I thought it was fun, and I am really glad that I got to try this in my space. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, but if you don't do any of the three, make sure you at least leave us comments and let me know what you think about this thrift store idea. And we will be back another day with another video. Bye, y'all.